Mabuhay ug madayaw. Thank you so much for having me, Sir Carlo.
Hello po sa lahat ng viewers. Si Sir Carlo, mabuhay og madaya.
One of the purpose of the human life is to serve.
I couldn't say no, so now I'm here.
If opportunity knocks on my door, I will surely grab it.
Yes, of course. I have so many memories there. The answer is no.
Tapos nag-interview pag kasama ko nga wow, kasi sikat kayo ni sila nga media dadto.
Basin di ay sunod sa Davao na sa school.
Baka naman.
I will not be the dreamer that I am today, sir, without their support. Kaya nagapadayon kong dream, kaya nagapadayon na po sila support.
Mayong adlaw, mabuhay o madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. And we are here once again for another edition of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview here on the Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page. Let's not wait further ado because it is already planned since last year, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, na-delay ra ba. But of course, a big guest is already here, to be specific, and of course she will be sharing her story, although she had shared it already in the past, but then again this is a no holds barred heart-to-heart conversation together with the former Mutya ng Dabaw 2024, historically the first plus-size Mutya, currently a student of Ateneo de Davao University, a founder of Making New Dreamers Incorporated, of course a radio anchor of Davao City Disaster Radio's Turismo Dabawenyo, and of course a former podcast anchor of Basta Dabawenyo, and of course an events host up to now. Ladies and gentlemen, Hanna Maj Piccio. Mabuhay og madayaw, Hanna.
Madayaw, boy madayaw, Carlo. Hello everyone, to all the viewers and listeners of Carlo. Hello, and thank you for having me, Carlo.
Yes, so glad that it has already planned. Yeah, that time yun, na-planan na good. No?
Yes, I think it's been a year since we initially set the first date.
Yes.
You weren't available, and the next date, ako na naman ang hindi available.
Yeah.
But finally, no, we've come together for this interview. Finally.
So glad to see you, and I know you've been quite busy with many things, but this is a big gratitude that you're able to come over for this occasional talk show.
Thank you for having me as well. Alam kong busy ka din.
Yeah.
Going to Liga, to CDO, and to all these pageants.
Yeah.
Ikaw na talaga.
Yeah, back and forth. Hindi mo kaya yan.
Hindi ko kaya yan.
Yeah.
CDO is too far for me. I've been there twice, but it's so far. I've been there through bus. I usually have fun in buses, pero nahiyugid kayo ang CDO for me. Kapuikit kayo siya na travel. Oo.
Yeah. But right now, let's get into business by sharing your story. But I like to ask, I know this has been shared before with Chito Samontina, but probably I'd like to ask with the things that I like to share, that what was your childhood dream?
My childhood dream. I think the first dream I remember from my childhood was to be a mermaid. That was the first. I remember talaga when I was in kindergarten, our teacher asked us to write our dream. Gusto ko talaga maging mermaid kasi ang daming sikat na show, like Jezebel, show H2O, mo dito akong gusto. But you know, as I grew up, I became close to my grandfather, my lolo, and my lolo was he was not able to enter law school, but it was always his dream, no, to be a lawyer. So we spent a lot of time together. So na-impluwensyahan ko niya in his dream to be a lawyer. So I think as early as high school ata, every time I get asked what do you want to be when you grow up, I always answer lawyer. But I didn't know at that time nga, no, I didn't really understand the career of a lawyer, kung unsa ba siya ginahimo sa o sa kaabogado, no, but it was my go-to answer. And then I got older and then I understood what being a lawyer means, no, kung saang trabaho, what I could do, what I could be, no, in order to help others. Motong na-internalize na po na ako na gusto na ako mahimong abogado. But then, as we get older, namutya ako. It was only, I think, college lang ata ako, naka-realize na gusto na ako magmutya ng Dabaw. And then, napay mga gihatag ng mga pangandoy si Lord sa tua. But I think the earliest childhood dream, na serious na childhood dream, was to be a lawyer.
Yeah. It is really a struggling moment for you to whatever your dreams is. But I know it is not the typical question I'd like to ask, but syempre, you were surviving from the ordeal na you've been bullied since bata pa ka because of, we state the obvious, your body. But how do you able to go through with this ordeal that you had?
Yeah, I was severely bullied during grade school and until high school. And then I think I'm just really lucky to have very supportive parents. Kaya ang mama o papa, very supportive yun sila. So what I lacked or what I felt like I lacked in appearance, no, or mamadyo na akong ilang ginabuli sa ko, dako daw, baboy, gigantism. Kaya dako yun ko na pagkabata. So, what I felt like I lacked in that area, they tried to give to me in other areas of my life. Like, for example, workshops. So, in summer, usually pag summer, magbakasyon, manggid na mga bata. But we weren't really a rich family until now. Dili manggid mi rich, na kamot lang gid mi ba. So, instead of going to vacations, because we don't have budget for that, my mom used to make me apply to all these workshops that napanay ko ang dati. Kana sa NCCC Mall, good, Carlo. When you reach this amount, like for example, nakapalit ka 500 pesos or 1,000 pesos na worth of purchase, then you have a free workshop, free singing workshop, free pizza making workshop, ka na mangingana. So, i-appeal ko sa akong mama din ha. So, through that, I was able to gain more knowledge, gain more skills, and these skills was what really fueled me, no, to be confident. Kay wala na ako nagsalig sa ako ang kagwapa or kagwapo sa ako ang lawas. Ang source of confidence is what I can do and what I can bring to the table. So that's really one of the things that really helped me to maneuver all the ordeal with the bullying, no. Another thing also is books. I'm a really big reader. I'm a very big reader. And as early as, I think, grade school, nagabasa na ako. At first, it was movies. I was really into movies. Harry Potter, ka na mga anak ng mga salida. And then I figured out na naay mga salida na akong ginatanaw na books di ay. Yes. And then, di naman ako makahulat sa next na installment of the movie. So, I would buy the book and then dito ko nabihasa sa pagbasa. Until now, I still read. So, those are the coping mechanisms that made me survive all the bullying that I experienced.
Yeah. Well, of course, that, syempre, in this generation raba, medyo tapulan na kayo ang atong mga bata karon to read because nagsalig ng sila aning mga internet, mga streaming sa YouTube. But of course, I have to ask regarding sa atong, you know, we cannot force anybody na makaread as young as dili pa kayo develop ang ilahang brain. But what's important, Hannah, when it comes to reading books, even though too lazy ang uban nga, medyo lack of capacity sa ilahang financial, to be specific, ha?
So, your question is, how do we promote or encourage kids?
Yes.
Okay. Siguro for me, just give them access to books. In my NGO, Making New Dreamers Incorporated, the first project yun na what started MND was a book drive. So, we started by giving out books to different communities na naibata, and then we went school to school, ng school to school caravan made to give out books, and then we donated to all these existing libraries na no sa mga public schools na to, and then I gave out also symposiums and inspirational talks, anti-bullying campaigns, and all that. But what I realized is that if you just give a child murag access to these books, tagaani mo siya og opportunity ba to read, kay murag interested gyud sila. They are enthusiastic if you give them access and you just provide them a safe space good kung asa kanang, for example, in our learning hubs, wala man siya cellphone sa among learning hubs, dili pwede na iPhone. So every time we go there, namin may duha ka learning hubs, one in Carmen, Baguio District, in a tribal village, and another in Sicao Village, another tribal village sa Tiilan sa Mantalomo. So every time we go there, usually once a week, when we teach these kids skills and workshops, bawal yun ang cellphone. So diha lang po din mo ma-realize na even if mostly sa atong generation, no, na-addict ng cellphone. But if you give kids books, naagid sa ilaha, marag innate siguro sa ilaha na ma-interest sila magbasa. And then, just patience. Patience na yun. Naiuban na ka ng gamay kay attention span. 2 pages na, mahawa na. Pero napoy mga bata na mag-stay good for the entire book. So, it doesn't mean na naghawa tong isa mo, stop na ka. So, if there is a child who is enthusiastic and who is interested in reading, then you support that child. And before you know it, daghan na kayo sila nagabasa. So we just, we put our hopes in the kids, no. Naiuban na dili gyud, pero naiuban na gusto pod. So we work for them.
Yeah. It's a big challenge for
it is a big challenge. It's a big challenge for our schools as well. Ang literacy sa atong schools nagababa pa gyud. That is one of the biggest challenge in Philippines, ang reading comprehension. For example, in one of our communities right now in MND, ay mga grade 5 pa kardo na dili pa kabalogin mo basa. Imagine, grade 5 na ha, they should be able to read like long stories and then mag-answer na sila og essays na grade 5. But at grade 5, they're still, murag na sila yung difficulty in reading ba. So mao na mo ginatry mo bridge, but of course, gamay ra man gyud amo ang force, no. But it's an ongoing challenge that we hope can be addressed, no, by the government, of course. And it's a teamwork good between the public sector and the private sector.
We'll get back a little
Okay.
later regarding the Making New Dreamers, but
Yes.
I am more interested because maybe it is inevitable to ask this as a pageant person like
Yes.
me. But
Very mas pageant person pa si
yeah.
Carlo kaysa sa akin.
Oh my God! But
That's
when
true.
did you start having your career in the pageantry?
Every time they tell me, Hannah, you're beauty queen. Don't know if I'm considered as a beauty queen. I've only won just one pageant, no. Where do I start? I joined a Little Miss pageant when I was in grade school, but I don't think that's counted.
Oh.
And then the next pageant that I joined there was this one pageant na Miss Anytime Fitness, but it was more of looking for another digital influencer sa Anytime. So it was a mini pageant. And then the only marag major pageant that I consider really like a big pageant na kanalisod gyud siya is Mutya ng Dabaw. So I joined in Mutya ng Dabaw 2023, and then I didn't win. And then I joined again in Mutya ng Dabaw 2024, and that was the time na the crown was finally blessed to me.
Yeah.
So mo to siya. I don't really have much experience with pageants. No, I'm just a pageant enthusiast. Morag, I like looking at mga pageants, but not so much good.
Yeah.
But what I really love about pageants really is marag the ideal meaning good sa pageant, which is to give girls platforms, no, and to have their advocacies and their causes take center stage. And I'm really hoping na ingana ato mga pageants, because that would make a pageant more meaningful.
Yeah. I would open this up regarding 2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years
during
ago.
the press presentation that
press
you had.
presentation. Carlo was the first one who asked me the question.
Yeah.
Go on.
But how does it feel that someone had stood up asking the very rigorous question,
I was happy.
stating that you're the only female plus size Mutya candidate at that time?
I was very happy because I think ang question ni Carlo for me was, Mato, diba, how does it feel to be the plus size candidate and what are the projects that you have planned? Parang kanang imong
Yes.
question sa ako. And I was really happy because before starting the press presentation, I was already praying to God na, Lord, there would be someone who would ask me these questions. Okay, I know that people are so judgmental when they see me. I know that. I'm very aware of that. Yeah, I'm also aware that if I start talking about, the causes that I believe in, why I'm here, nag-join ko og Mutya, I know that if I start talking about that, there is a chance that they will be shifting. Mag-shift sila to my side.
Yes.
That's how that aware gid ko sa mga hindi na sa tao at that time. So, when you asked me the question and you were the first one to ask the question, and I was the first candidate to be asked the question in that press presentation, I was really happy because nagkaroon ko og chance, good opportunity to talk about why I'm here, why I joined Mutya, why my probable win would be very impactful to the people of Davao and the Philippines. And dun sa akong mga project, mao jud akong gusto istoryahan. And I don't think na if wala gud mo to gi-ask, I don't think the other members of the press would be courageous enough to ask that question, because some of them would think na it's insulting, but it's not. It's not insulting for me to be called the first plus size candidate. No, in fact, I'm so proud of it that I would want others to ask me a question like that. So until now, I still thank you for asking that question.
Yeah. But of course, when the batch of yours from 2024 hearing that question, what's the reaction to that?
Like sa mga kandidata?
Yeah,
I don't know. I am not sure actually. But the 2024 batch has always been very supportive at the time. I didn't really feel any hostility from them. Wala man ko na-feel na ingana. They were all very, very beautiful women who have very meaningful causes and very empowered yun. So I didn't feel any hostility from them.
So, as far as I know, after asking my question to you, your fellow sister candidates at that time knew that you will be crowned as such.
Stop it.
Really? No, really, seriously, that they didn't expect that you were given the spotlight to be that. But I know that this is quite cliche to ask,
Yes.
but upon crowning, a lot of people, well, not all people, will please everybody because probably they are not happy with the result. That seems like they are close-minded, narrow-minded, to be specific. They will call you such names, but how do you handle these kind of bashings that give during your crowning, during your reign as the Mutya ng Dabaw 2024?
I expected them.
Yeah.
I expected those kind of comments. When I joined Mutya the first time and the second time again, I knew, I told to myself and I told my mom as well na if I win, if the impossible becomes possible and I win, I know na i-bash kid ko. Nagin na yung mga bashing na mahitabo. And it will be really difficult to maneuver, but I know that the bashing is part of the impact good. Okay, I actually was happy na nahitabo to.
Yeah.
Because it opened the conversation, Carlo, no? It opened the conversation na murag na-consider sa ubang tao po ba, murag na-challenge ko ilahang thinking. Okay, I know that the thinking that pageantry is just for thin women, skinny women. It's so ingrained in us, especially Filipinos, na murag sa atong hunahuna dili gyud pwede nanay taba sa pageant. Ana gyud ang ato ang mindset, no. So when I won, it kind of challenged that status quo. It kind of challenged that mindset ba. So I know a lot of people had violent reactions, kind of feel gyud nila dili gyud pwede na ako ang mudaog. And I remember one of isa ka basher na nag-ingon na spoiled brat daw ko, na kanang feeling niya na kung wala daw ko nidaog kay magwala gyud daw ko kay mang-bash ko ba. And like, although it was very insulting, it really hurt. I think my mom and my parents had a harder time than me. Kay murag ma-feel man gud nila kung unsa ma-feel, kung unsa ang pain na ma-feel sa anak man gud kay murag sa parents kay times 50 siya. Nga, masakit para sa ilaha. But for me, kay marag accept lang ako. Sige lang, marag, let it be. It's part of the process na. It's part of the mindset shift. And I know that for every basher, there is 100 other girls who are inspired by my journey. So that thought gave me comfort no until now. And motto, na-learn ko na ko no, I have so many naghanap kay ko experience sa bashing yun. Karang start pa 2023 pa niya, 2024 until now I still get bashed. So marag daghan pa kong na-learn na in the internet people sometimes forget to be human. And the best thing we can do is just pray for them and ignore them. Kay mawala naman po, these people have so ang attention span nila is short lang yun. Kato mga tao na nabasa ko dati, wala na po sila karon. Good. So at that time I welcomed it. I welcomed the criticism. I welcomed the bashing because it was a chance no to challenge the mindset of the people about pageantry and women.
Yeah. So of course after the reign of Mutya ng Dabaw, of course there are some other pageants na medyo na widen na yun, no? Including, you have already met the Binibining Tagong 2025, I believe.
Yes.
Micaela Aline Pelaez. But what's the feeling that, of course, there's another plus size na Binibini for that period when open na ang pageant regardless sa body type, regardless sa kung sa may mahitabo with the big impact that happened after that you're crowned as the Mutya ng Dabaw.
I feel very proud. Kaya every time na ako makitaan na plus size na candidate or plus size beauty queen na mudaog, kaya I feel really proud na somehow I was part of the factor good nga nung na-open up ang pageantry to these girls, and I was also part of the reason why nagka-gain sila confidence. Maano gid ko na matouch ko. I remember Micaela, murag katong pagkadaog niya kay nag-share ko sa iyang post, and then she messaged me na part daw ko sa iyang inspiration for joining, and that made me so happy. Kay I know that a lot of girls out there want to join a pageant, but sometimes they're too insecure. Ma-feel nila na dili open ang pageantry for them. So if somehow I was part of the reason why they finally stepped out of the shadows and enjoyed the pageant, which could be their dream for so long. Kaya happy gud ko, and I'm really proud, and I'm hoping na a lot more girls would join. No, if you feel like you can offer something, if you feel like nakaikabuga, but the only thing holding you back is that ang body nimo dili pang beauty queen, then I'm hoping that you still join. You see where it takes you, and always be confident. Maura man jud akong ginadala dati katong Mutya ng Dabaw pa na time. I knew na I wasn't really pageant material based on the body. Pero kabalupod ko kung saan ginapangita sa Mutya ng Dabaw. And ideally, what Mutya ng Dabaw really was looking for was someone who could work. Someone who could work with the government, someone who could be an ambassador of Davao City, no? Someone who could represent Davao City inside the city. Dili man may ipadala sa laing pageant ko. That's a common misconception. Ang Mutya ng Dabaw, dili may ipadala sa national stage. Ang mudaog sa Mutya ng Dabaw, magtrabaho gid sa Davao, magserbisyo sa mga tao. And I knew that was what they were looking for, and I knew as well at that time, 2024, na I could be that someone. No? Kana akong pwede ma-offer. I wouldn't have the very small waistline of a beauty queen, but I would have the very big heart of someone who could work with the people. So maurang jud na ang source of my confidence upon joining Mutya ng Dabaw 2024.
That's nice to hear. And although there are some other pageants na medyo gina-revise na ang qualifications, anam-anam na kahinay gina-tweak gamay for that. But of course, open pa man for discussion whether they include plus size, single moms, married women, ang mga ng pageant, but still it is a debatable topic na ginahisgot sa pageant organizations for so and so. But anyway, let's go back. Can you trace back to the time when you were holding hands with John Marie
Yes.
and at that time, the last two nga gipatawag mo, and I know na medyo I reminisced it back then kay ako'y naka-witness ato. But of course, when your name is being called and being crowned as the Mutya ng Davao, how do you feel about it?
I remember katong hinahinay na sila ibang tawag ako mga beshiwap. Itawag na si Abby, itawag na si Nova,
Yuan.
and then itawag na si Yuan. Yung mura ako ka ng, I don't know, I was just at peace at that night, no? Katong the night, Carlo, I was really at peace. Marag, after the final Q&A, I was at peace with whatever the results may be. At peace na ko. Murag, I feel like that was a grace from God as well. Kaya wala na ko niya gipakulbaan ba. Wala na ko nakulbaan yun. I don't know why. Some people would call it overconfidence, pero wala jud ko nakulbaan. Wala akong naglutaw. And then, tawag na sila tanan. And then, it's just me and Ate Mai no nag-hold hands. And I remember, nag-talk me ni Ate Mai, pero sige na mag-ingon. Murag, naingon lang siya na, happy na daw, happy na me. And we were both backers mong good at the time. So we were also nagsabay po niya sa 2023. Nag-talk me gamay, and I remember just holding her hand, and then I was looking out at the crowd good. Okay, from the side of the stage, if you're on stage, and then you're gonna look out to the crowd. It's daghang kay lights. Wala man kayo makita sa crowd. It's just black. It's just black. No one, you cannot see any faces at all. Okay, ma-offset man sa light. So I was just looking out to the crowd, into the light. And mura gina-feel lang na ako ang moment good because it was at that moment that I was the closest to the crown.
Yeah.
So even if I wouldn't win, even if dili ako ang matawag as Mutya ng Dabaw, at least I had that moment. So gina-feel lang ako na I'm so close to the dream. Mao jud niya akong envision. Of course, gina-envision magini mo na naga-daydream mag kita ng bitikwin ana na mudaog sila yung magbunitanay. Ana good. Na-imagine lang ako, gina-feel lang ako. And then dugay pichud kay gitawag akong pangan. Kay warag dugay kay nituyok-tuyok mo. Katulo siguro
Grabe ang
tuyok
suspense.
Yani ka na dugay yan.
Yeah.
Sige na good. Tapos gitawag ang Mutya ng Dabaw 2024 is Mutya number 3, Hanna Maj Piccio. Pag wala ko, nakahilak na lang gid ko. Hilak na lang gid ko. I cried. I cannot explain the feeling ato na time na gitawag ko as Mutya. Gabi kita kong hilak, murag nag-flashback sa tanan sa akong mind, tanang bullying, tanang pain good na ako ang na-feel in relation to me being fat and being plus size ni balik tanan. So mao to nakahilak ko, then mixed with the emotions of winning. And then I remember gigakus ko ni Ate Mai. And then, sige ko hilak. And then, she let go of me. Kailangan, i-crown pa man siya. So, nara ko sa likod. And then, ang mga girls, kay sige, nag-aana-ana sila. And I remember, Mami Gemma, one of the coordinators of Sir A at that time, who was very supportive of me. 2023 pa lang, siya yun ako ang pillar, siya yun ako ang rock ato na time. Kaya siya na muna pinakaduol. Sige, kung ana-ana sa iyahan niya, sige siya flying kiss. I was so very, very happy at that time. And then I was crowned. And then it was all so fast from there. Basta kaayo. I don't remember half of it. Basta I just remember being so happy and being so overwhelmed.
Yeah. Grabe ang kay witness na jud ko ani mo pag-crown.
You were there.
Yeah. But anyway, a lot has been given the opportunities because after or during and after sa Mutya, gihatagan good ka ganang higayon to anchor Madayaw Davao,
Indeed.
the Bastad Dabawenyo, and
Indeed.
right now you're anchoring sa radio program for the City Tourism Operations Office. But of course, how well supported the city government of Davao and Mayor Baste at that time with your responsibility as the ambassadress of Davao City?
They were very supportive. Wala na ko i-expect na yung ato ka. City Tourism Operations Office, as you know, is very, 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 very busy.
Yes.
Busy gid kay sila. 4 festivals in 1 year. So after Aron ng Dabaw, mag-ready na po sila for Duaw. And then after Duaw, mag-ready na po sila for Kadayawan since 1 month lang ang pagitan sa June and August, no?
Yes.
And then after Kadayawan, mag-ready na po sila for Pasko Fiesta. So it's non-stop grind work sa City Tourism Office. So usahay, dili mi mag-meet, no? ang ano ba?
Schedule.
Yes, ang schedule. Just naapod ko yung sariling goals ako ang rain. Kaya, like ito, I take my rain seriously. I really viewed it as work. It's work, yun, it's work. So, daghan kayo invites, judging, hosting, and everything. Pero, ang ako ang ako ang prioritize is the advocacy, no? Because I wanted to plant the seeds of the advocacy para pagka human ako sa akong rain, I would have a legacy ba, and I would have like katong foundation na akong gi-build during the rain, makontinue siya. So, sometimes the tourism office kay dili mo mag-meet in between ang schedules, nga na sila ka-busy, nga na po ko ka-busy.
Yeah.
But thankfully, through Ma'am Jen, it was Ma'am Jennifer Romero, kay ang nahitabo is, nag-meeting sila ni Mayor, and then apparently at the time, si Mayor, together with his staff, Sir Mikal, nangita sila og host for the podcast.
For Basta
And then,
Dabawenyo.
For Basta Dabawenyo, that podcast of Mayor Baste. And then, meeting sila at that time, and then, nangumusta daw si Mayor sa mga Mutya. And then, moto si Ma'am Jen, through Ma'am Jen, niingon siya kung ano si mga ganap na mo. She introduced me as well to Mayor, das niya si Mayor na, sige, patawagan na to, because maybe she can host, I could host the program.
Yeah.
Then, shortly after, ipatawag ko ni Ma'am Jen sa yung office, and then she told me about what happened. So, it was really through Ma'am Jen that I was able to be connected to city mayors. No? And gitawagan ko sa staff ni Mayor. And then, I think it was after a week ata nag-meet me with the staff. And then, I think after a few months, like 2 months, dito namin nag-first episode. And the rest was history.
Wow.
And then, after that first episode, grabe ko, kulbaan ko kay Mayor ato na time. Ako dyan mas kulbaan pa ko i-meet si Mayor kaysa sa akong Mutya. Ano siya ka, for me, intimidating siya ato na time.
Yeah.
And then, pipila ng mga episodes, arang-arang na, and then, I got the groove of the podcast.
Yeah.
And I would really just like to also mention na supportive po jud kaayo ang Basta Dabawenyo team. Until now, they're very supportive, no, in the city mayors na team po. They're very supportive of me, of my advocacy, no. They're very, very supportive, and I really value the relationship that we've built throughout the years. Katong, start lang sa podcast, pero until now, kay naagi hapon. So I'm very, very grateful for them, no, for all the opportunities as well, especially to Sir Harvey Lantixa. If you know him, the OIC of City Information Office. Si Sir Harvey good ang manager na ako siya. Kaya supportive gid siya kana siya po naghatag sa ako ang Turismo Dabawenyo, no. He gave me that opportunity as well. He asked me if pwede ba ako maka-anchor. Of course, go tayo dyan. Of course, tourism pa niya, anchor pa go. And siya din ang kasama ko sa Basta Dabawenyo at the time. It was Rudy Incabo, who is now in public safety.
Yeah, CDRMO.
And then, CDRMO, I'm sorry. CDRMO. And then after that is si Sir Harvey na akong nakauban because na CDRMO naman si Sir Rudy. So, moto siya. And I'm really grateful to the Basta Dabawenyo team, to Mayor Baste, of course, Attorney McCoy, the city admin, Attorney Jonah, yes, Sir S-Boy, kana sila ng mga tao, very helpful and very, they really welcomed me. And I'm so happy. I'm very grateful. No, it's dili siya usual manggod na mga panghitabo para sa isa ka Mutya. Carlo, no. Until for so long, ginayon sa kuan ni Sir Harvey na for so long wala man jay Mutya na kanang ingani daw ka daghan ang opportunities, ba na timingan lang gid ko na murag na tagaan jud ko grasya ni Lord, no. And I'm really happy. I value it and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So now we will go over sa imuhang advocacy because 2 years ago sa Making New Dreamers Incorporated. But can you elaborate really about what's the purpose? And of course, we are already aware that this is for the children who wanted to dream something that they want to achieve. And what's really the purpose? I think you rely on syempre, donations and volunteerism. So how is that impact for those children when they are participating for some workshops and also the importance of reading yet?
Okay. Making New Dreamers, the advocacy, like the meaning behind, the passion behind Making New Dreamers started long ago. So, started with the family projects lang kami ni Mama, akong Papa. And I remember so early, as I've mentioned, I was very enthusiastic about books. And I didn't really have that many friends na enthusiastic po about books. And then one summer, we had like a small space sa amuang balay. And we transformed it into a library for that summer. And then I remember ang fee lang ato, library fee was 5 pesos an hour. No? So, daghan kayo bata mo ato dito na library, kinaaman po yung mga dulaan. And then, ang 5 pesos nila, since cute man kayo sila, sahay, ang 5 pesos 1 hour, kaya maapot na siya 5 pesos for 3 hours. Tapos, di rin ako maningil. Kaya, basta ganahan lang dyan ko. So, that was the root, one of the roots of Making You Dreamers, no? That love for books, that love for children, and wanting to share the things I know with kids. And, mauto siya ang root. And then, fast forward to 2024 as Mutya ng Dabaw. I won as the first plus size Mutya ng Dabaw. And when they asked me kung unsa ang project kami ni Mama nagplano ato, I remember na yung opportunity na murag i-invite ko for a storytelling. And I remember ni anak ko, mag-book drive na lang ta. Ano dito ang start card? Mag-book drive na lang ta. And then mag-speak ko. And then mag-storytelling ana in one community of kids sa Kabantian. And then that was how it started. Naghatag mig libro, 100 books pa to for 100 dreamers. Ang ako ang money ato. Wala pa donations ato, Carlo. Kwanta to kanang from my own wallet.
Yes.
From my own sweldo from the city government. So ato akong ipalit ang mga libro niya. Ang mga libro pa jud ato kay kanang basahon gyud ako kanang dili na ako basahon tanan pero inapili gyud nako baka nami mga suppliers sa mga libro na gwapo kaayo. So, I would skim through the books and I would decide if tama ba ni para sa mga bata and then mauto may hatag. 100 books for 100 dreamers. That was the first project under Making You Dreamers when it was formally established as Making You Dreamers, no? And then afterwards, from book drives, we transitioned to school-to-school caravan.
Yes.
So, nag-school-to-school po, may daghan kay mig school na visit dire sa Davao City. It was only my mom and I yun. Kami lang yun duha ato with the support of course of my dad. And then nala may photographer para mo document para to na ebidensya ba na nahitabo siya. And then school to school, I would give out books from 100 books for 100 dreamers. Ang next na mo na project was 500 books for 500 dreamers. From my own pocket gihapon ko siya. And then muhatag mi sa mga kids pero na ako ay murag ginasabay na anti-bullying campaign, symposium, sort of inspirational talk no na ginahatag sa mga kids. And the goal really was just to refocus their attention kay ang mga bata karon sobra na kaayo babad na ka sa SOCMED na ang problem nila usahay kay they tend to compare themselves to other people. That was also my final Q&A good sa Mutya, if you remember.
Yes.
Na I wanted to focus on the kids, on the grassroots level, and formation sa mga bata para pagdako nila kay dili na sila mag-focus sa appearance but they would focus on what they can contribute to the world. That was really the gist of my final Q&A. And that was also our goal in Making You Dreamers. So, mao na akong ginastorya sa akong talk and then I would mangayo kong volunteers from the kids na mukanta, musayo, mga ana. And then from school to school caravan, we transitioned into, we also had new projects like learning hubs. We have learning hubs in Baguio District, Carmen, Baguio District, tribal village of Obo Manuvo. We also have another learning hub sa Sikao, at ilan sa Mount Talomo na siya, another tribal village, no? And these learning hubs, dito na ako nag-start o pangayo o volunteers, nag-looking for ko volunteers. And by the grace of God, I was given very hardworking volunteers who helped me build the learning hub. And every week, we would go there to lahi-lahi tutorial for the kids, usahay film viewing, and then napoy reflection sa last, and then napay workshops, lahi-lahi. And then after that, from learning hubs, nag-grow ang akong volunteer network, no? So we had Dream Camp, which is, ang mag-learn na po aning Dream Camp are the volunteers. So we try to sharpen the skills and the knowledge of these volunteers para kung sila na po matudlo sa mga bata, daghan sila may ka-share. And then Dream Camp, Learning Hub, Changing Lives One Book at a Time, and then Dream Big workshops. That is one of the flagship projects of Making You Dreamers, the Dream Big workshops. We started with Kabantian Elementary School. It all started in Kabantian. Kabantian magud akong gidala na barangay and I'm very grateful for their support. Good. Shout out kay Kap.
Nilo
Kap Nilo
Cabiles.
ba? O, dili man ata si Kap Nilo karon, but at that time si Kap Nilo Cabiles ang kapitan ato na time,
Yeah.
who is also my ninong. Oo. Eh, kababata na ko yung anak, si Nico. So, dito ko nag-start. So, Kabatian Elementary School, mo to first Dream Big workshops yun. And I looked for volunteers on social media in a timing nga na pag-meet na mo. Tapos ang pag-meet na dyan na mo, Carlo, was on the day na dyan of the project. So, the project was in the afternoon. We met in the morning sa Abliza. Assemble lang ba? And then, grasya yun ni Lord na timingan po ng ako, ang mga volunteers ato was Kaloy, who was a president of a dance troupe, choreographer siya. Si Nova, you know Nova, right?
Yes.
Who is a model, a runway model. We also had, napod ko'y artists, Mika, si Jel. Ang kanina mga volunteers, wala na akong iplano pa, but itagaan yun ko ni Lord o ng mga tao good na knowledgeable and expertise silang kanya-kanya na fields. So pag ato na mo sa Kabantian, on that afternoon, on that same day, ready na kaayo mi, kay mga expert pa din ako mga kauban. So dito nag-start ang Dream Big workshops. And we taught art, visual arts, dancing, singing was taught by me. And then si Nova taught the modeling. Hosting also was taught by my best friend, si Monica, who is a teacher. And then it started then, and then nagdako na po siya, nalain na po ng mga communities among gitudluan. And then the current project right now is the Padre Pio's Home for Children. So these are kids na halo-halo na sila ng mga bata. There are residential kids na abandoned, neglected, or rescued na mga bata. And the other half are community-based. So mga bata around the community that are also at risk ng mga from poor families po. Mao na ang mga bata na mo ang ginatudluan karon sa Dream Big workshops naman sa Padre Pio. Last July 4, we were able to give them the recital na of the Dream Big workshops. So, it's the Dream Big Shine Bright recital. So, tanan na ilang natunan ato ang katong workshops namo na 5 Saturdays. We went there for 5 Saturdays. Ilahang na-present na sa Dream Big Shine Bright recital. So, mao to ang amo ang mga projects na Making You Dreamers. And it's really just we rely on the generosity of others, mga donations, mga sponsors, mga ingana. We rely on them. Kay kung kami-kami lang ako, I'm not rich. I look rich, but I'm not rich.
No.
No, I pay for my own schooling, rent. No, we're just a simple family. My mom and my papa and me. Simple lang yun kami na family. And then my volunteers as well. Ang ilahang gina-volunteer man yun is their time and effort.
Yes.
So, nagapangayo lang yun we send messages, we invite other people to join us in our cause, in our advocacy, no, kay naman siya yung mga tao na generous, lagi yung mga tao na gusto mo hatag sa mga blessings nila. So, we rely on them. So, all the expenses are donated or sponsored by other people. So, thankfully, sa start ani tanan kay nag-doubt man gyud ko. Makaya ba nako? Wala ba jud may budget? Makaya ba ni siya? Malahos ba ni siya? But God really takes care of everything kay nakaya ra man gyud. So, we're really happy, and Making You Dreamers is just getting started. It's now SEC registered, no? It's registered with SEC. And now we're process na mo among BIR, non-profit, non-stock. And then soon it will, God willing, it will grow bigger and it will be impactful to more and more kids.
Yes. Yeah, I look forward na basta maka lugar na laing marag recital.
Oh,
or
sure.
Kung naiyan
Yeah, you can
dili
join us.
ipit sa akong
Yes.
oras. But anyway, speaking of singing, I would just like to ask this because a lot was very intrigued that you were singing with you were one of the singers of the
Duaw
theme
Davao.
song of Duaw Davao.
Yes, and Mutya ng Dabaw theme
Yes.
song.
But what is that experience, that time that you were doing your singing talent? And of course, nobody knows na LSS sila for that for the two songs that you were singing at that
Si
period.
Duaw and si Mutya.
Yes.
Okay. It was all thanks to
Sir
two
Will.
people. Sir Will Wilanito Termes Jr., who was the composer of both songs,
Yes.
Davao, Madayaw. And he also composed the Mutya ng Dabaw theme song. And si Ma'am Jen, who approved it all.
Yeah.
Ma'am Jen was the predecessor of Sir Willinito, who is the OIC right now.
No, it's Attorney Jonah.
Oh yeah, it was Attorney Jonah. But at the time, when we were the first duao, si Ma'am Jen ang OIC. And then, siya ang nag-approve sa tanan. And then, si Sir Will nag-compose sa tanan, nag-ready sa demo, nagsulat sa lyrics, tanan. And then, we were just there to sing. So, I'm really happy and I'm still so thankful kay Sir Will o kay Ma'am Jen na nagitagaan mig chance ni Abby. Si Abby, who was Abigail Balili, Binibining Sindangan 2025. Nagpatubay na Davao 2024. Na kami ginanikanta sa Duao Dabaw. And then, same sa Mutya ng Davao theme song na kami, ako, si Abby, and with the special participation of Nova and Ate Mai, kaya sa mga background vocals. So, happy good me. Kaya part ng good me sa legacy na even if we were crowned 2 years ago, we still hear our voice sa mga in time now for these festivals. Especially sa Mutya ng Davao. Kaya malipay good me na makadong mi sa mong tingog. Kaya murag ma-feel na mo na we can still see the contributions good na mo sa City Gov. So we're very happy and we're very thankful to Sir Will and Ma'am Chen. And to Sir Yuli. Sir Yuli Asidor was the one who arranged the music.
Yeah. Rearranging.
Yes.
Anyway, we will do a little game, Hannah, which is we called One Word.
Kanigahan ko, nakita na ako ni sa imuhang mga videos.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes, so I know that, but
some of them baka hindi ko kilala, so just describe them to me.
Yes, okay. But although that there's a catch for this one word, I'm going to share some personalities that I had in mind that they had described you, and you will describe them in one word.
Sige.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Of course, the concurrent Binibining Sindangan 2025, Abigail de la Serna Balili.
One word, Abigail. Takaw tingin.
Woo!
You know, takaw tingin. No, ano ka na dyan ako ma-describe kay? Tama ba na term? Kaya mo ako na gini-describe niya sa iyang self, mong good na. On a serious note, let me just say, sister. Serious note na sister, kasi kung sako siya sa ako. Kaya every time magkaon na ni Abby, especially pag ka nagsa McDo or ka na mag-order, kundi naghahaan kayo na siya i-order. Pero di niya makurot. Na si Abigail Balili. Pero, sister. She's really my queen sister, yun. Through her and Nova, na ako na-prove na tinood yun yung sisterhood sa pageantry because we've been crowned 2 years ago. Pero until now, we're very close and I value our friendship so much. Kanang friends with me and I love them so much.
Yeah. Because Abigail had described you as an inspiration.
Feeling!
Okay.
Yes.
Next is Hiyas sa Kadayawan 2024 Engineer Shane Marie Awe.
Shane is very down to earth. Very down to earth si Shane. I really love Shane. I remember katong first conversation namo after she won, kaya na siya kailan na daw siya sa kuha, and then she asked for advice unsa daw ang murag schedule sa isa ka queen sa Davao City. So, nag-ingon po ko. And I remember, I told her, Carlo, hindi dyan ako makalimutan kay Shane. I told her na, nag-stop man kong law school for a time. Kaya dili na siya na ako kaya dili na ako kaya ang schedule ba? Kaya I had the podcast then, and I had the work sa City Gov and hosting and judging and everything. So, nag-stop ko for now. And then, a week after, Carlo, niingon siya sa kuha, nag-stop na ba akong work tungkol sa imong advice. So, ko, so it's because of me. Pero katawagin ko kay Shane. Pero I really love Shane. She's a very great Hiyas. She's an inspiration to us all. And I remember her journey na wala jud niya giplano na mahimong Hiyas sa Kadayawan, but God gave it to her. So I really love her. And I'm praying for her fast recovery kay na siya suffer siya appendicitis. So I'm praying for you, Shane, and for your healing para daghan na ba kaganap sa Kadayawan. Hapit na 1 month na lang. So, love you, Shane.
Yes. Pahulay yung tawan, Shane, no? Kay lisod ra ba, no? And of course, Shane had described you as purposeful. Yeah.
Sige.
Right.
Ikaw talaga, Shane.
Yeah. Next. The former diwa ng Davao 2024, Jan Marin Sanchez Rendon.
Si Ate Mai, one word would be, what else? Ano sa bang word kay Ate Mai, ha? Very, Powerful.
Powerful.
In regards with her hosting.
Yeah.
Power yun siya mo host. Super yun siya mo host. And I'm very happy for her. Happy ko makakita sa iya mga events. Whenever I see her in events, I'm really happy. She hosted the closed door interview sa Arena ng Davao, which I judged. We see each other in those events. And I'm really happy for her. Kaya before pa jud sa Mutya ng Davao, I already knew her as Mutya ng Buhangin 2023. And kabalo ko, nagusto yun niya mag-join pa sa Mutya. So, nagsabay mi sa Mutya ng Davao 2023. And then, we bonded as well sa Mutya ng Davao 2024. So, I'm really happy for what she achieved. She's achieved a lot, especially with her hosting. She worked so hard for it. So, power kayo. Mao na ang one word. Power kayo siya mag-host.
Yeah, atake ang dating ni atin Jan Marin.
So happy for her.
Because Jan Marin had described you as a trailblazer.
Yaw! Thank you, Ate Mai. Power ako ang word for you. Grabe good ka mo host. And the energy, grabe good. I remember katong rain pa namo na kanang whole day, kanang whole week yun siya. Mag-host yun na siya yung event kada adlaw. And napay uban na event kay kanang lagyo good, kanang out of town ba, and balikan pa na di jud ako na kaya nang balikan Carlo. Kanang mo gikan mi karon and then maabot mi sa, for example, kung Sultan Kudarat or somewhere in Cotabato ang event, and pag human sa pageant mga kadlaw na mo balik na pud. Kanang kuan jud ko ana, knockdown gid ko ana, but she can do it. So power.
Yeah. Next one is the former Mutya ng Davao 2025. Or your successor that time, Rebecca. Celes.
Rebecca is adjectives natin. Rebecca is very she's persevering. Yan, tayo bagong adjectives. Persevering, I think si Rebecca good. I've already known Rebecca Mutya ng Davao 2024. And we've seen each other in law school. Ateneo man po na siya na law school. 2024, she joined Conflicts of Law. It's kanang pageant na mo na sa law school. Second runner-up lang ko, Rebecca won. And then, pag Mutya na Davao 2024, we saw each other again as candidates. And then, I won. And then, si Rebecca, kidaghan ki siya giapila na pageant in the span of a year. And then, after that, na-join na po siya Mutya ng Davao 2025. And by God's grace, I was able to crown her, no? So, ang word yun ako for her is persevering. Makita yun ako ang perseverance ni Rebecca in how she never stopped chasing her dream to be Mutya. And ang perseverance po, nakita na ko sa iyang reign, no? She was pregnant during her reign. And it wasn't it was agreed upon by everyone na kanang it wasn't breach of contract. And nakabutang sa contract was just discouraged. So it wasn't prohibited. And then there's also the key thing, which is we accept mothers na in Mutya ng Dabaw, no? So it shouldn't be, it's moot and academic na to judge Rebecca on her pregnancy during the reign. So we welcomed her, we supported her, and then makaingon ko persevering siya kay even though she was pregnant at that time, Carlo, she was very active yun.
Yeah.
She was very active, and I remember murag 2 weeks or a week after giving birth, balik na po siya, madayaw na siya dayon. So,
wow!
Grabe ko yung power. So, mao na akong word for Rebecca. Power. Power mom. Super mom.
Yeah.
Cute kayong baby.
Yeah. When na-shock ba yata sa iyahang siyahang message?
Sa final walk.
Yes.
It's very heartwarming. Cute.
Yeah. So, Rebecca had described you as confidently beautiful.
Wow. With a heart?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bex. Love you.
Next, I don't know if you would know this person,
Sige,
but I had
Manila.
mentioned your name while I was in Malaybalay.
Okay.
The former Miss Malaybalay 2023, Jenny Rose Calambro.
I think I've heard of her name before, pero I don't know her personally. What did she say about me?
She had described you a person with a heart.
Sige, siya, I think, I've heard her name before. I think I've seen her in some pageant posts siguro. Sige, my word for her would be beautiful. Diba? She's a beauty queen. She's beautiful. And being a beauty queen, beauty when it comes to being a beauty queen is not just one size fits all. It's just not being beautiful in appearance, no? But you really need to be beautiful sa heart nimo, sa imong intention, sa imong cause. And of course, ang imong perseverance, dili ba jud sayon mahimong beauty queen, dili pud sayon mo apil og pageant. So, your perseverance, your resilience, and your ability to be graceful under pressure is such a beautiful thing. So that's my word for her.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. She's currently a teacher
Oh,
in
wow.
Valencia, Bukidnon.
Saludo tayo dyan sa mga teachers.
Yeah.
They're very passionate. Saludo tayo.
Yeah. The former
Yes.
Miss Iligan 2022, Mitch Dimple Villaverma Bala.
I don't know her.
Ooh.
Did you ask her?
I really asked
Okay,
to describe her.
I'm hoping to meet all of you, no? Kaning
Yeah.
mga wala na ako na ilhan dede. I'm hoping to meet all of you. But yes, what did she tell about me?
She described you as empowered.
Okay. Same. Empowered.
Ooh.
Kasi hindi ka makaka-join ng beauty queen if you're a beauty pageant if you're not empowered. You have to be empowered so that you can empower others as well.
Yeah.
Same. She must be very empowered. I don't know her personally, but just by the fact that she's a beauty queen and she won a beauty pageant, she's empowered because she empowers other women as well.
Yeah. The next one, still you don't know this person.
Yeah, sure.
But of course, she is Nueva May Bernados from Hingoog City who had
Oy.
became Miss Opol and Binibining Medina Tourism.
See, you know more about pageantry than me. Did you ask her about me?
Yes,
Okay, how did
she described
me?
you as impactful.
Impactful. Okay, siguro I would describe her as when did she win?
The last one is Miss Opol
Okay.
2025 fourth runner-up. Then Binibining Medina Tourism Miss Hingoog.
For me siguro is enduring. Enduring. When you mention na daghan na siyang naapila na pageant,
Yes.
that's very I do not have that energy.
Ooh.
I cannot endure. Ang sako lang yun, that's why I always tell people, mga nasa national pageant ha, national pageant. Dili ko sure kayo, Ana, because Mutya ng Dabaw has always been my goal.
Yeah.
It wasn't a stepping stone for a bigger pageant. Mutya ng Dabaw has always been it for me. It was a destination.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Mutya ng Dabaw. It wasn't ang uban mo caveat. I want to be Mutya ng Dabaw so I can be Binibini or I can join Miss Universe Philippines. No, there's always been Mutya ng Dabaw for me, period. So whenever I hear of other girls na daghan og mga pageants na apilan,
Yeah.
I'm always so in awe for their energy, no? Na na-enjoy yun nila because it's not easy to join a pageant, Kid Carlo. It's not easy. You have to, for example, you have to feel the makeup usahay kay pag mag-photoshoot mo sa gawas kay grabe pa siya kay kainit, and then lagkit, and then ang imong gown kay katul kaayo, niya sakit kay imong tiil, kay taas kay imong high heels, and then you have to deal with all the bashing as well, kay judgmental kay mga tao. So you really have to have that endurance.
Yeah.
So that's my word for her, enduring.
Yeah. Next, of course, you know her. Diwa ng Davao 2025, Dana Gabriel Tauto.
My word for Ate Gab is professional. Professional. It's such a funny word, no? Kasi I want to congratulate her kasi for
Yes.
her. She recently graduated in her doctorate degree, I think,
Yeah,
in her PhD. So, marang ningan kong professional kasi she really is a professional, no? She's a geologist. She has a lot of degrees under her belt, no? She's a very inspiring person.
Yeah.
So, she's also very strong. So, ako akong ingon professional. Gusto lang dyan ako i-segue. Congratulate siya sa iyang US degree.
Yeah.
Siya na yun. Go
Yeah.
ate.
Yeah. Because Dana had described you as productive.
Wow, productive. We're also from the same team, Team
Yeah.
Stellar,
Yes.
under Kuya Rodney.
Okay. The next one, the concurrent hiyas sa Kadayawan 2025, Bais City, Hanna
City.
Sangkaan.
City is very sweet. She's very sweet. Ako mga adjective do kay feeling na ako kanang simple lang kayo, but she's very sweet. I interviewed her in this Davao City Disaster Radio,
Yes.
Turismo Dabawenyo, na-interview na ko siya. And I really loved her passion. No? Daghan kasi na-share sa kuha, and I learned a lot from them since I know sila magiging representative sa 11 tribes to. Daghan ko natunan. but she said it also sweetly. Na sweet kayo iyang demeanor, iyang how she shared it. It was very heartwarming coming from her. So she's very sweet, she's very beautiful, she's very passionate about being hiyas.
Yeah. Because Davao City had described you as genuine.
Wow. Thank you po. Hindi ako fake. Thank you, City.
The next one, I'm sure you really don't know this person, but she had monitored you.
Really?
Yeah. The concurrent Miss Iligan Tourism 2025 and Mutya ng Pilipinas Iligan City 2026, Faith IZ Benguil.
Okay, si Faith. Yeah, I've never met her personally. I think I've heard her name once or twice. I think my word for her would be hardworking.
Ooh.
Yeah. As I've mentioned, dili gyud dali mo join sa pageant. Especially you mentioned that duha na ka pageant yung na daugan, right?
Yeah, actually, she had joined Miss Iligan twice.
Ooh.
And then, currently, she is yet to compete for a national competition.
Diba? That's my word for her. You really have to work so hard to be in a pageant stage and to win a pageant crown. Dili gyud siya lalim. Abi sa mga tao na dali ra na makeup lang siya pero it's not easy. It means if you join a pageant, it means having to wake up so early in the morning just to get your makeup done, and then you have to wear that makeup until probably the next morning again. Kay whole day man ang pageant activities, no? So you really have to work so hard. You really have to want it, no, to become a beauty queen. So that's my word for her.
Because Faith had described you as beautiful and empowered.
Wow. Thank you so much, Faith. I hope to meet you soon.
Yeah. I already told her that I think if ever you will host that Dabaw Global Township Christmas light, then she
should
wanted
be there.
to meet you.
Aww.
If ever nga makoronahan siya
Yeah.
for Mutya ng Pilipinas.
Yeah, in Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And of course, last but far from least, probably you know this
Last na?
person. Yeah.
It's
Kadangpan Carlo Dolier. Describe me in one
pressure
word.
naman tayo nito, Carlo. Talagang ikaw talaga nasa harap ko pa. My one word for you would be dedicated.
Ooh.
Diba? Dedicated. That's my one word for you. Because I know that you've been doing this for a long time. No? You're Kadangpan, ang mga media work nimo, no? You've been doing this for a long time. And you always show up, Carlo, no? That's mao pa nang ginaingon sa tourism. You always show up. You're always there in every event. Ma-absent na lang ng tanang ubang mga media press people. Pero naagya po si Carlo. So, you're very dedicated and I really admire that about you. Because sometimes, ako po, I don't know, maybe I just have high standards for myself. Sometimes, kulangan ko dedication sa akong self ba, sa akong work, sa akong studies, sa akong mga ingani. Siguro because I'm spreading myself too thin. But whenever I see you, I'm always so inspired by your dedication. You're very dedicated in what you do, and everything that you do, you just put your heart and soul into it. And I think you're a really great inspiration for everyone. So continue to do what you do. Because I know that the beauty of your work is not in the numbers, Mango. The numbers that you see in social media, that's not the beauty of the work. The beauty of your work is how you inspire other people that you meet. So continue. I'll pray for you.
Ooh,
Padayon ka.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's about it for our
Ano
one
to?
word.
Ikaw na
But
naman.
of course, anyway, there will be another set of one word for
Okay.
next time. If ever, I'll invite you again kung dili easy. But of course, my second to the last question, which I'm
Yes.
about to ask,
Uh-huh.
which is, I heard na just recently nag-launch ka tong pageant prep
Oh,
PH.
okay, yes.
Oh,
Pageant,
medyo soft launching I
Wala po
believe.
niyo mag-i-ask about kay Nova.
Oh,
Not kay Nova.
Not yet. Kay wala ka na ako ma-interview. Not
Sige,
yet.
go. Sige,
But anyway,
sige.
but can you tell us a
Okay.
little bit regarding the pageant prep PH and of course,
Okay.
katong mga aspiring beauty queens that they wanted na mahanas pa sa ilahang kaalam.
Yes.
For that.
Okay, daghan man kag mga beauty queen na followers. Our newest endeavor, no, together with my queen sisters, whom I love so much, Nova Corporal, our pag-asa ng Davao 2024, and Mutya ng Davao del Sur, second runner-up, and also now, currently, another pageant for Nova, our baby
South
Nova,
Cotabato.
the Mutya ng South Cotabato, God willing, sa iyahagit ng crown. Together with her, Nova, and the Mutya ng Buhangin 2023, Patnubay ng Davao 2024, and Binibining Sindangan 2025, Abigail Balili. Together with them, my queen sisters, we formed the Pageant Prep PH. Pageant Prep PH is basically like a camp or a camp where you can pwede ka mo doon sa MUA to learn more about pageantry. So we have different mentors. Nova will mentor the pasarela, and Abby and I will mentor the Q&A. So si Abby is Q&A, I also teach Q&A, and I also teach personality development for different girls. So if you are an aspiring beauty queen and you want to learn more about pageantry, or you want to prepare for an upcoming pageant, or you want to learn more insider tips from people who are part of the industry of beauty pageants, then please come and sign up now. Naaman sa among Facebook page, Pageant Prep PH. You can sign up para sa among pre-assessment. It's a free pre-assessment. We will interview you, and we will assess you kung unsa ka na level and which packages are best for you. And for mga beauty queens na diha na nili aspiring ng beauty queen na gid sila, pero gusto pa nila ma-improve ilang selves in Q&A, in personality, and in pasarela, then please come and sign up now for Pageant Prep PH. Affordable lang me. Dili mi nga kamahal. And we really just want to turn you into your best self. And I know na tanang beauty queen Najay kuan, feeling nila na sila pagkulang man sa insecurity. Ang uban kay insecure sa ilang Q&A. Ang uban po insecure sa ilang pasarela, pero how na sa Q&A kana mangyana with Carlos. We seek to make you better and to give you the best version of yourself that you can present to your next pageant. So, Pageant Prep PH.
Yes. And of course, my last question that I like to ask, because I have so much questions that I wanted to have, but of course we'll reserve it the next time that we will meet.
Okay.
But the last question is, what will be, of course, the message to somebody who is quite insecure of their height, of their body, of their skin color, that they will have to join a pageant, and what will be, of course, the impact that many beauty queens to be like them, or to be like you, for instance, that they wanted to send a message.
Okay, so my message for these people is to persevere. I know that insecurities are only natural. We all feel it. Until now, I still have them, no? But do not listen to that voice inside you telling you that you're not enough. So if you want to join a specific pageant or anything at all in life na you want to join or you want to start, but you're too insecure to do it, and what's holding you back is your appearance, don't listen to that voice. That voice is mean, and that voice is not true. You have to actually take a step back and look at yourself. For example, you want to join this specific pageant, or you want to apply for this specific job, for example. And hold back ka kay feeling mo tabarakay ka, or your appearance, and so on and so forth. You have to take a step back and you have to look at yourself. Actually look at yourself. What can you bring to the table? What can you offer to this specific thing? Isa ba ang akong mga skills, akong mga capabilities? What makes me unique? You have to ask yourself these questions, no? So that when you join a pageant, it is clear to you that you actually have what it takes to win that crown. So do not listen to that insecurity. Do not listen to insecurities. Do not listen to that voice inside you. Do not listen to the people who will for sure bash you. Do not listen to them. What matters is that you know yourself, and you have with you a support system, also your family, your friends who know you, who actually know who you are, and who still love you despite all your insecurities and your mga shortcomings. They still love you. So listen to yourself, listen to your family, your support system, and most of all, you have to trust in God. No? God put you here for a reason, and He loves you. God loves you. Jesus loves you. Mama Mary loves you. Do you need anything else? The Creator of the universe already loves you. So, unsa pa man mo kailangan, di ba? So, you just have to put yourself out there. You have to give yourself chance to try, no? Every time we go to a pageant, we always think, madaog ba ko ani? Sometimes magod victory is not only in the crown. Mao nang ginaingon, hindi pangutan ko permanently, what is success for you? Like, do you think, why did you lose last year? Mga yan, good mga questions sa mga judge. I would always tell them na success for me has a different meaning. Victory is different for me. Victory for me is joining this pageant and having inspired a lot of people. Mao na nang victory for me. So you also have to find that definition of success for you, your definition of victory. But at the end of it all, you will leave with no regrets. And kanang wala kay regrets. You've done all that you could. You didn't stop yourself from dreaming. And you'd be happy.
And of course, we're about to end our interview, but do you have a message of gratitude to those who have supported you, especially to the sponsors, the people that you have met along the way? I'm giving you the spot to give a message of gratitude.
I'd like to thank everyone who have supported me in my journey so far. Of course, my mom, my papa, my family, no? My very supportive Piccio family. Salamat kaayo sa inyong pagsuporta kanunay sa kuha. And of course, I would also like to thank my friends. I have a few friends. Si Monica, my best friend. Of course, my Queen sisters, who are also my best friends. Si Nova, si Abigail, very close friends. I really value you, my friends, my volunteers. I thank my volunteers as well. So Making You Dreamers, everyone who has supported Making You Dreamers thus far, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without you, MND will never reach this far. No? The volunteers are my dream makers, all the dreamers, no, the kids who have inspired me. Sa tanang project namo ng mga bata, you have inspired me. We go to you in order to inspire you, but we leave being so inspired by you. So thank you. And I'd also like to thank the City Government of Davao, of course, City Tourism Operations Office, dati sa akong reign, headed by Ma'am Jennifer Romero, my Queen Mother, who has been so supportive of me, and now headed by Sir Willenito Tormis Jr. Daghang salamat sa pag-support sa ko, especially sa staff ko sa tourism na hantod karon kay friends gyapon ni. So thank you so much sa inyo din ha. And of course, City Government of Davao City Mayor's Office, headed by Mayor Baste. Salamat kayo sa pagsuporta sa Kuayor, amping kanunay. And of course, ang iyang staff, no, iyang ang mga kataas-taasang hukom.
Yes.
Ang iyang very supportive pod na mga tao na nagpalibot sa iyaha, si Attorney Jonah, as you know, Peace 911 karon, who also served as, for some time, the OIC of Tourism.
Yes.
Attorney Jonah, Attorney Makoy Layog, the City Admin, Sir Mikal, Sir S-Boy, who else? Kinsa pa ba? Sir Harvey! How could I forget my manager?
Yeah.
Sir Harvey Lantikse. Thank you so much, Sir Harv, sa imuhang kamaayo, kabuutan, o kanang dili gyud ko nimo ginapagsagdan. Hindi gyud ka makalimot nako. So salamat kayo for trusting me and for believing in my capabilities, no, in my capacity, as in what I do, in the work that I do. You're always there to support, you're always there to cheer me. So daghang salamat yun. I always pray for all of you, no, na strengthen mo ni Lord, sustain mo niya kay dako kayo inyong mga trabaho, dako kayo inyong workload po. So I pray that you continue serving Davao City with all your heart. And the media, everyone, so salamat kayo sa tanang supporters, na everyone who supported me on social media, na wala pa na ako hindi na ako kaila, no. Salamat kaayo. And kinsa ba? Sir Joshua Donato, who is introduced me to the world of advocacy and NGOs. He was formerly with EGIP Foundation before, together with Ma'am Selena Van Direndong, and now he's with another NGO. They were really the ones who introduced me to the world of NGOs and what you can do, no, to impact other people through charity, no, and through environmental advocacy kasi sila. So they were the one who connected me and formed me and molded me in how I handle MND right now. So I thank them from the bottom of my heart. So far, I've probably missed some people, but you know that I value you, I appreciate you, and I love you, everyone who... Tanan mo. To all my bashers as well, hello, and thank you so much for bashing me. You've opened my eyes to a lot of truths in this world, and I hope pagbago na mo.
Ipinagdarasan na namin kayo.
Of course, we pray for you. No, I always pray for the bashers, no, everyone who would come up to me, and that's sa social media lang, wala namang come up sa akin na in person. I pray for them I pray that God would heal all their unseen wounds, because these people they're so violent, pero inside, I know they have pain in their heart na wala pa na-heal. So I hope they become healed. So, bago na mo. Pagbago na mo.
Yeah.
Thank you also, Carlo, for having me today. Salamat kaayo. And also, kabalo ko, nagsubaybay gid ka sa akong journey ever since 2024.
Yes.
So I'm really thankful for you and to continue to do what you do, continue being so dedicated to your craft.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Hanna,
much.
for being a good sport for this
course.
no holds barred one-on-one
Yes.
heart-to-heart interview. But right before I end this episode at this juncture, I think I would really have to share this because it's very
Sige,
important.
wow.
So I know I shouldn't do this,
Certificate
but
pa
I
pala
really had to.
talaga.
This lovely certificate of
Galing.
appreciation.
Ikaw na gid, Carlo.
The certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Hanna Maj Piccio, the Mutya ng Dabaw 2024 and the founder of Making New Dreamers Incorporated, for the invaluable and heartfelt contribution given by sharing of stories during the Kadangpan Digital's one-on-one heart-to-heart interview program. Given this very day, the release of the broadcast, July 11, 2026, Meeting Grounds Cafe at Bonifacio Corner, Ponciano Reyes Street, Davao City. Signed by me, and this
Thank
is
you
for
so
you.
much.
Yan.
Yeah. Salamat kaayo, Carlo.
That is
Thank
the
you.
perfect picture that I can find.
Yes, so tamang-tama sa color palette mo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. I didn't expect this. Thank you.
Yeah. And pasalamatan sad nato ang venue natong gigamit
Of course, thank you so much, Meeting Grounds.
Meeting Grounds Cafe.
Thank
of course,
you.
This is
Supporting
really
Carlo.
Yeah, the coffee that I taste, it's latte, hot latte, pero nabugnaw na. But of course, we will have her again the next time.
Yes,
given na ang iyahang schedule dili ipit. And I hope dili pod ma-conflict sa pag-travel kay syempre dagan siya mga kalandrakas. Anyway, may this interview be a wonderful inspiration that a lot that can impact on your everyday life. And probably, Hanna, is the 18th episode of this. We had interviewed 18 beauty queens, to be specific. But I think naapay madungag pa.
Hopefully.
Mga concurrent, former, and katong mga nag-appeal sa pageant. Which, dili na niya forte kung sa lagyo. Pero I'm
I'm
sure.
sorry, pero if I meet you, no, I'll be very, very happy to meet you again. Saludo ako sa inyo.
Right. So, ayaw kalimti na you listen to our program, ang Turismo Dabawenyo every second and fourth Tuesday
Memorize.
of the month.
Yes.
Alas 2 sa hapon sa 87.5 DCDR. Positive
I don't even memorize that.
Yeah.
Dali na ako na-memorize. Ikaw na good, Carlos. Kiko, padayon.
So, anyway, you can also follow her Instagram. You search for Hanna Piccio. Also, Making New Dreamers.
Yes, please
and
follow
also,
the Making New Dreamers page, Making New Dreamers Incorporated at Facebook.
Also, Pageant Prep
Yes.
PH.
Pageant
It's
Prep
her page, to be specific. And also, her marketing page. Oh my God!
Ayun na to.
Charot lang.
Ito sunod. Sa ano lang, kung Facebook, if you need me, anything, message me.
Okay. And I kindly send my regards to your mom,
Oh,
Joy.
sure. She sends her regards to you as well.
Yeah. And that's about it, of course, for our No Holds Barred one-on-one heart-to-heart interview. Until the next episode, sa lain paghisgutan, wise script, unfiltered, kini ang inyong ubos nga alaga na ganing Kadangpan, Carlo Dolier. Daghang kayo salamat ug maayong adlaw kaninyo tanan amping permanente. Once again, mabuhay ug madayaw.